Welcome back to Hit or Glitch. Last time our team arrived at a tavern where two hooded people caused the other travelers to change into suits of armor that began to attack the other patrons. Okay, guys, so we finished a fight, and yeah, those suits of armor turned back into people, and they were dead. So we're gonna deal with the aftermath now.
Everybody's screaming.
Yeah, and everybody's screaming, yelling, carrying on. People are running out the door if they can. Other people are just. You're pretty sure one guy over in the corner has just collapsed out of shock and is unconscious.
Well, like I said, I was going to start harvesting from the bodies, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the newly conjoined twins,
Uh huh.
and I'm going to begin to make a shield out of the leftover body as part of my cunning artisan. I'd like it to be where the two faces are the centerpiece of the shield.
Put that down. Now, are you gonna like cut around the face here like that and just take it off?
Face, yeah, off.
Just tack it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you start to do
I'm
that.
doing this while he's casting his spells, so
I just cast it once. It was one action.
yeah, but that's as I was
Oh,
moving to harvest, so
Yeah.
these would be happening simultaneously.
Okay. Dan, you said you were going over to see something over here at the
Yeah,
table.
I'm maintaining my spirit guardians because I can maintain that for up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to try to investigate where they were sitting at the table.
Okay. Oh, just as reference, Scott, you still do have that hilt of a sword in your hand. It's still there. But
Okay.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, you walk over to this table, Dan, and there's nothing visibly there. You can make a Arcana test, or what else? Arcana, maybe an investigation roll would also be acceptable. Not, yeah, no, you have no idea. You the remnants of whatever magic they cast to cause this is still kind of there. But otherwise, yeah, no, yeah.
But it doesn't look like I don't. Well, with that one, like I don't see a seal or anything.
Nope. However, that soul that's inside of you reacts to when you stand next to it. It feels like it's trying to move away from that spot. It's telling you don't get too close. Stay away from whatever was here. Okay, Scott?
Just clarification, I was rereading my ability. It does have to be from a slain beast, construct, dragon, monstrosity, or plant. These are humanoids, so unless they
Yeah.
are still partially construct, I can't do that. So I will just be harvesting food from the bodies.
Would they be considered human anymore?
That's your call. You are the DM. If you will consider them a monstrosity, I will make the shield. Otherwise, I'll just be harvesting food.
Because I think
Yeah.
it's
I
supposed
don't
to
think
be
you want to
assuming.
eat them. Not the conjoined
Stakar, put that down. You do not know what happened to it. Meat may be spoiled.
I'm going to be
Okay.
He tells me the meat might be spoiled, and I think about it and agree with him. So I'll just go to one of the pummeled victims and harvest meat off of that guy.
Okay. So you
That's
actually
fresh.
so you reach up to like grab the body in your hand, like brushes over where they got smacked or whatever, and you feel like a slight like a vibration or something like that at the back of your head, and you recognize this as coming from your dagger of warning. So you kind of look down at it, and it's warning you, be careful of that spot. Don't use the spot that got hit.
Okay, so I will harvest flesh off other areas and
Okay.
put it
Yeah.
in my sack.
Since you are carving into this thing, you will notice that underneath the wound is slowly rotting away and turning into that black ash.
Okay, I'm not going to take any of the meat then. I'll just leave it half carved.
Okay.
I'm basically standing guard outside.
Okay. So what are you guys gonna
I'll get another ale.
do now?
Yeah, I'll try to find innkeeper or anybody that's still in here that looks like they have calmed down a little bit.
Yeah, the dwarf at the bar is calmed down a bit. He's freaked. Wasn't shouting or anything. He just and reached for a weapon, and he's holding a weapon in his hands. It's a warhammer. He's holding a giant warhammer. He's like looking back and forth, kind of nervous.
Does he get me an ale?
You come up and get, and he's like, grabs whatever, slams. He didn't even look. He just slams whatever drink is available and goes, "Everything's on the house."
Do
I
you
just
know who those?
get a big grin and I kind of laugh and start drinking.
Do you know who those trespassers were?
The guys in the hood. The guys in the hood.
Yes.
Don't recognize them. Never seen them before. But that hilt, sword.
Yes. The blade seems to have fallen to ash.
You look at the hilt. It's actually got intricately carved into the hilt, different what looks like runes, you might say. But if you look at the whatever the bottom of the hilt, yeah, the pommel, it's got like imprinted in there. It doesn't look like any of the other runes on it. It looks like some kind of insignia to you. History,
Like a maker's mark?
possibly. History, investigation, or I think that's it.
17.
17. Which one was it?
Either one doesn't matter.
Choose one.
Investigation.
Investigation. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're pretty sure this is a mark, a maker's mark, or a maker's mark. It pretty from the way it's carved in there, and the rest of the runes. You're pretty sure that this is a very, very good person for making weapons, and is magically active.
Tuck it in my belt. Keep drinking.
It may have been the anchor to that spell they cast.
Did you roll, Alex? No. Okay.
Well, the sword was summoned with the armor.
The guy pulled it out of his hilt, out of his scabbard, held it up in the air, and just let go.
So he brought it in with him.
Yes. I don't know whether the clapping was what affected some of the folk, or whether it was the sword being brought up that paralyzed the other folk.
If you want to look into that, I'll accept another Arcana roll.
I'll come back after my spirit guardians go away.
Okay.
16.
16? That's enough to tell you that it was a combination of the two that caused both effects. Anybody else gonna investigate?
Yeah, I'll do an Arcana test.
Okay.
See if it's still active.
Okay.
Are the runes in any specific language?
Not that you recognize. So what languages do you know?
Common, Supernal, Draconic, and Elvish.
Okay, they look similar to Draconic, but not quite. It's like
I also know Orc.
Huh?
I also know Orc.
No. It's similar to Draconic, but it's like taking the alphabet and trying to like spell words, but it's just gibberish. It looks similar to the letters, but they're just slightly different.
It's kind of like Goblin.
So it uses whatever language it's in, it uses a Draconic script, Draconic-like.
Script, yes.
But I don't know the words.
Yeah.
To change the dice. It's gonna be an 11.
11. Well, it's good enough to tell you that no, it's not current. It is not active anymore.
So it's basically just a trophy.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not dangerous from the hands.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out my repair kit.
Okay.
Spinning
Okay. So you guys are there at the end. Are you guys gonna stay at the end for the night, or are you gonna leave?
We got rooms.
I think it's best we stay here in case there's a repeat event.
Yeah. The dwarf says, "Yeah, of course. Anywhere you want." Uh,
Actually, has anyone seen to your special guests?
his eyes grow real wide. Oh no! And he starts running off to the room.
I'll follow him. There might be another fight.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys follow him to the room, and the room is empty. The furniture and everything that would normally be there is there, but it's empty. He's looking very scared. He's like, Where are they?" "It was two fellows." "Wait, two fellows. They were about yay tall. And... Can I see that hilt again?"
It's the car.
Sure, I'll let him see it.
He takes it and he looks at the pommel. "That's the same mark as their badge."
I'm going to search the room.
Investigation.
That will be a 2.
Yeah, no, you don't find crap. You don't care.
I get distracted by a mouse and eat it.
Still no.
I got a 1.
Yeah, definitely no. You guys don't find anything. This place is... There's nothing here.
They left no evidence.
The dwarf kind of sits down at the table that's in the room and is just like,
Does he have a book?
the dwarf?
Yes. Where they take down the names of the tenants
Uh,
or anyone who books a special room.
yeah. It's under the bar. Goes up front and pulls out the book and flips through. They paid for 3 days. Today was going to be their last night. And, they didn't identify themselves. They wanted to remain anonymous. They just signed with the same mark. No, same mark that's on the pommel of the hilt.
It's interesting that they would.
Since you didn't make a roll, you can make the history. You can make a history roll on it. See if you recognize the mark.
Ooh. Nice, hot and cold, man.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
24. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. You recognize the mark as a symbol in something like supernal. That would be something akin to Killer in the Dark, Dark Killer, Slayer of Darkness, or one who hides in darkness and kills.
Dark Slayer.
Have I run across this in my research?
What do you mean research?
In my discovery?
Oh, no. 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 Yeah, no.
Okay. Or how about a reference to that entity?
Sort of,
Maybe.
not really. You would need more information to be able to determine. Okay, so you guys are staying here for the night?
Then I will tell them what it means.
Okay. You guys don't really know anything about it.
Nope. I'm
Okay.
gonna go crash out.
Okay, so you guys sleep here for the night? Okay. So you sleep here for the night. What are you guys gonna do in the morning? Are you heading to the
I
capital
will
to?
stay in the common room by the front door.
Okay.
I'll keep my helmet
Within
nearby.
vision of the front door.
Okay.
Tuck myself away so I'm not in the entrance way.
Okay.
And I will power down there.
Okay. Okay. Nothing really happens during the night. It's actually very quiet. There's moaning and crying of people weeping over the dead. People actually came in after a while to take away the dead or find their loved ones that are found dead. So nothing really happens during the night.
Do two families get in a fight over the merged people? Who gets the remains?
No. Specifically, the people whose families were there
Horrified and
are
buried it as
horrified
quickly as
for it,
possible.
and the whatever local militia they have take that out in the forest and get rid of it.
Burn it.
Yeah.
Burn it with fire.
Yep, something like that.
Purifies all things.
Okay, so the next day, are you guys gonna go to the capital? What are you guys gonna do? You're gonna stay?
I'm
How
gonna have
long of
another
a trip
drink.
is it to the capital?
From where you
I'll ask
currently
you that.
from where you currently are,
'Cause we have a month.
it'd be about from where you are to the capital is 80 miles.
I don't have any other particularly pressing business. I mean, I do, but it's a much longer journey to the northwest. So
Yeah, that's
Do I get the feeling that
that you should hurry there. Yes, your soul is ever since ever since you woke up from falling, it's been pointing towards the capital. Wants you to go there, but now it's not much of a
we should hurry there? I
difference.
mean, yeah, we have 30 days, but we should make haste.
yes, obviously, I don't know how well things are progressing, but they may need a hand with the raw recruits, organizing supplies and whatnot.
So you guys are off to the capital.
Yeah, I think so.
Any opposition?
No.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna take a barrel of beer though. Said it was on the house, so
yeah, he pretty much the dwarf is
What's your
closed.
strength?
14. Not like a huge barrel, just like
Get a cask.
a cask.
Yeah, the dwarf is pretty much just he's closing down. He's seen a lot.
One demonic possession in your tavern, and you're ready just to close it up and get out of town. He's obviously not a retired adventurer.
No, he's not a retired adventurer. Okay,
Huh.
so
I thought all tavern keepers were retired adventurers.
nope.
With a loaded heavy crossbow behind the counter.
No.
And also a claymore.
All right, so yeah, you
I had a
guys
warhammer.
you guys make it
Yeah.
to the capital. Now the capital is a huge city. It's I don't know. I think not Minas Tirith. Is it Minas Tirith?
From Lord of the Rings.
From Lord of the Rings, the giant
Yeah.
white tower. Yeah, I think kind of that tall, not that shape, but that tall. It's got bottom ring, and then the next ring is above it. The next ring is above that. The next ring is above that, and then it's flat on the top. It's got all kinds of magic stuff happening. There's like floating lights and cars, like carts floating around, floating crystals that help in that stuff. There's like water wheels, and there's a port on one side, and then there's a sort of a port for the river that's connected to as well. And it looks like it would be. You guys arrived there about I don't know what would it be like afternoon, second day.
Late afternoon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Late afternoon.
It'd be near the tail end of our travel day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So late afternoon. So it's getting dark. So yeah, it's still bright. There's lights on and everything. You guys come to the front gate, and there's a line still with wagons and other people coming in, and as much as is coming out. You come up to the gate guard, and it's this. He's like behind a wall with a little window thing. And he's a little old man with glasses.
And I didn't wait in line, by the way.
You didn't wait in line?
No.
No? You just walked up?
I have a requiring my presence.
Okay.
I will walk right past everybody.
Okay, so you get met by the
I
guards.
will follow.
As will I.
Yeah, you get met by the guards, and they ask for your identification.
show him that writ.
Yeah.
Well, I was actually thinking more along the lines of pulling out the scroll and reading the Emperor's words, and everyone bows down.
The guard takes it. These are Dragonborn guards. They're bigger than you.
I can take it.
One's blue. One's a blue Dragonborn. The other one is
Well, we'd each be immune to each other's lightning breath.
the other one's gold.
You just have resistance.
Right.
Or resistance.
So they take it. See the gate guard.
Keep walking.
Yeah, you go to the gate guard. Like I said, he's an old man sitting in like a small building in the wall with a window, and he's like, "Huh? Who's there?"
Valorn, defender of the western reaches. I have come on summons.
Summons.
Counts.
Let me see. You hand it to him. He takes it. He's kind of looking at it funny and adjusts his glasses several times while looking at it. Huh. All right. Flips it backwards, waves his hand, and a number appears. Here you go. Report to the Inn of the Breaking Moon.
I will.
Hands it back. Keep this with you. Good day to you. And he sits back down.
I chuckle and walk past.
He like looks up like he's trying to figure out who you are, and he just gives up. He can't see you. But yeah, you being a robot, a warforged, you are getting strange looks.
This is what we have guarding the city.
You hear those Dragonborn, no entry allowed, and they pick up a wagon. One picks up a wagon and tosses it into the moat.
My cabbages!
I was going for that, yes.
Sorry.
Well,
No, I set up the joke and you finished it.
at least they have the muscle.
Yeah. So yeah, you go to the Inn of the Breaking Moon. And it's okay, so it's built right on the edge of the first ring, the bottom ring. And it's got it's like 2-3 stories tall. And the top floor reaches onto the second ring. So it's built right onto the wall of the ring. So if you are on the top floor, you can actually get out of the building onto the second ring.
That seems like a design flaw.
Uh,
I think I'll stow my gear, and then have dinner.
Okay.
And while I'm doing that, clean up my gear, like polish up the armor and
Okay, yeah. So you come in, and it's busy. Roll perception real quick to see if you notice any of this. See what you see.
Just him or all of us?
All of you. All of you. When
I
you
got
enter
a
the-
9.
I have a 23.
23. That's good enough. Oh. Okay, 23. That person over there, he also has a scroll similar to the one you guys have. And that guy over there, that group over there, and those guys over there, and those guys over there. You're pretty sure almost everybody here has a scroll.
So
Similar to
the
yours.
guy at the table right next to us, the first one you pointed at.
Yeah.
I see it. I'm just gonna reach over and grab it and like show it to.
Hey! What are you doing? He grabs you by the shoulder.
5 people draw weapons.
He grabs him by the shoulder.
He grabs you by the shoulder.
Who is he?
This guy is a human. He is in leather, and he's got a sword on over his shoulder and a sword on his hip. It's a short sword and a long sword.
I'll stand up, laugh, and just push him back towards this table.
Why you? And he's about to draw his sword, and then he stops, and there's like a stasis field around him, like waving magical lights. There will be no fighting in my inn. And an elf lady walks out, and she is wearing what's it called, a tabard, or the cloth thing that you when you cook. An apron. She has an apron on. I couldn't think of the word. I'm having trouble here. Yeah, so she's wearing an apron and it's clean. It's very clean, but it looks like she's been busy working and everything. And she's holding up a wand, pointing at the guy. There'll be no fighting in my inn. Slams him back in his seat. Give it back.
I don't have it. I give it to him.
Grab it off the table and set it back over on the other fellow's table.
She flips her wand around, like puts it in like what would be where a scabbard for a sword would be, and she does like a really interesting flicking around her fingers, and then it just slides
I
in.
just laugh and wave at her.
She waves back. Lizard folk, huh? What can I do for you three?
Drink.
Two and your robotic companion.
We just are part of the raising of forces and calling to the Empire.
Oh, that's what they told you? Let me see your paper.
Show it to her.
She takes it. She pulls out like a little pocketbook thing, flips it open. Yep, you're the last ones to arrive.
Really?
Yep.
Well, then they must
Last
have,
one's for my inn, anyways.
They must have had difficulty finding us.
Not exactly. I wouldn't know that. But you're the last people for my inn. There's several other inns that have been commandeered for this, whatever it is, all over the place.
It's raising forces to defeat the incursion of the beast again.
Uh-huh. Whatever you say, sir. Anyways, so the room and one meal a day is provided for you at the expense of the capital, which I was completely underpaid for that, but yes, it was paid for. She walks away muttering.
I just laugh.
Yeah. So another person walks
I
up
will
to.
look for a serving wench
Yeah, they're everywhere.
and ask for a meal.
Yeah. She looks up at you. It's a small gnome. Yes. She runs away.
I yell after her. 2!
Yes. And she runs away faster. One of the guys sitting at the table. This is a human. He's wearing very fine clothing. Looks like he could be a noble somewhere. Walks up. Greetings to you. I'm Luke Tamarin.
Greetings, Luke, Mr. Tamarin. I'm Valorn, defender of the Western Reaches.
Oh?
I've returned to the capital.
Oh, yeah. Saw that you were also called.
Yes.
Yeah. Seems me and my friends were called as well. The bard over there, he points to a tiefling sitting on a lute, playing on the lute up on the stage.
Wait. He's sitting on a lute and playing at the same time?
No, sorry. He's sitting up on stage playing a
He
lute.
has a tail.
He's a monkey. My companions and I were called as well. I see you met Mistress Anne. The elf lady who...
Yes.
Yes,
Mr. Sam.
Mistress Anne, that's her name, yes. She's a jolly good old lady.
I'm sorry, I just have the vision of a butt trumpet. The tiefling playing with his tail.
Oh, God.
Oh, sorry. Excellent embouchure.
And then the cartoon foot comes and squashes the key.
Oh, brother. Anyway, so, yeah. So, well met. How long have you been traveling to get here?
You said he came up with a mug?
Yeah, he's drinking. He's drinking.
Okay, I'll grab it from him and take a drink.
On me. He waves to the gnome is coming out with the food, and he waves, and she's like, nods, walks up, puts the tray on the table, and then runs. Yes, that's the Mistress Anne's working help. She's quite nervous one, isn't she?
So probably hasn't been outside the capital.
Yes, you could say that. Okay. So, you have any news of why we were called here? I heard you mention something about monsters in the West.
Yes. The great beast of legend is returning. So, it only seems logical that they are calling forces together to finally raise up an army, defeat these forces, so that when the beast arrives, it will not have any allies. It will have no place to hide from us. We will be able to put it out onto the hunt, and hopefully the great heroes of old will return to defeat it, but if not, we'll do what we must.
That's interesting. I don't think that would be the case. I have no idea what's going on. But your theory is as good as anybody else's, I suppose.
I'll like roll my eyes.
Then he just starts going into just small talk, whatever, just talking to you guys.
Yeah, I'm just eating. When the gnome arrives with the other drink, I take it and start drinking it too.
Just
I
kind of.
will order a drink and give that drink to the bandit. He keeps taking his drink.
Okay.
It's the closest drink.
And when he's done with his food, I
Uh-huh.
will pass him
Okay.
And this is why I like you.
I'll
Okay.
continue cleaning my armor.
Okay.
I'm trying to get all the dust out of it. Make sure there's not a speck of rust, even though there wouldn't be. But
Okay. So you guys are sitting there and kind of just waiting your time away, and then the tiefling stops playing, and another dragonborn steps on stage. Also bronze. So she stands up there. She is wearing what looks like plate mail, but it's doesn't look like it weighs much. It looks very strange. She stands up there. Attention, everyone!
I'll actually stand up at attention.
I will continue eating and drinking.
I am Naskin from the capital. I was charged by my lord Raytrice to watch over all of you while you stay here at the capital. Now tomorrow I will be leading you all into the capital city proper, where you will be given instructions on what is going to happen for the next couple weeks or so, depending on the situation. Now you're all probably wondering why you
throw
were
one
called.
of the empty mugs up there and yell, "More music!"
Like, I'm gonna try to slap his hand away when he does that.
Yeah, were you aiming for her?
No, just the stage in general.
Just stage in general. Yeah, just kind of falls to next to her.
Apologies, I haven't quite trained him in proper manners yet. We've been on the edges of society, sir.
What is your
I'm
rank?
so glad I don't have facial expressions.
Keep him in check,
Very well, sir.
ma'am.
Ma'am.
Now, as I was saying, you were all probably wondering why you were called here.
Sorry.
Oh dear. Anyway, so you're all probably wondering why you were called here. You've been called to the capital because we are looking for the best of the best around. Tomorrow you will be tested in order to figure out who can survive. Questions?
While she's talking, I'm going to grab a plate of food off another table and try and sneak it over to me so I can keep
Roll
eating.
sleight of hands if you're trying to hide it.
That's going to be a 22.
You succeed. It's yours.
3 meals!
Okay.
And
Now
I take it from the guy that I initially took the scroll from that got upset at me. So when he turns back around, his food's going to be gone.
Oh man, brilliant. Yeah, so for the night being, you can go about your business as you wish. Just be sure to be here tomorrow morning at first light. About your business. She steps off the stage and the tiefling steps back on. Except for this time he steps back on and a couple other people join him. They all start playing music.
Noskin,
Yes.
I did need to report some news from a village not too far from here. What would be the best place to report a disturbance of the dangerous magical kind?
Let me hear it. Come to my room.
Yes.
So you go up to the second floor, and she has like an office room place. So what is your report?
We were staying at an inn just before the council's guards found us. And while we had been staying there after the guards left, a couple of fellows arrived and cast some kind of dangerous magical spell upon the fellows there, the patrons of the inn.
What type of magic?
I'm not familiar with it, but it caused many of the individuals to be paralyzed and others to be cursed with some sort of black demonic energy that covered them in some sort of summon armor and caused them to attack the rest of the inhabitants of the bar.
She reaches into her drawer, pulls out like a big file. It's big. Slaps it on the table. Would this magic energy you were speaking of be some kind of black mist, ash, or something of the kind?
Yes, there was ash involved as well.
You were not the first to come with this news.
And they may be agents of the beast. Perhaps cultists trying to summon him.
I doubt
his way.
that. The beast is a tale for children, my dear fellow. Nothing more.
Hold on a second. I'll like literally turn on my heel, walk out, leave the door open, walk downstairs, grab my bag, and walk back up.
So when he comes down to find, I'll have gotten up from my meal because I'm done, and I have like an Irish hand drum, and
Okay.
I'll go join them on stage and playing music.
Yeah, they're happy to let you join. It's a whole bunch of different adventurers just playing music together.
Yeah, so I'm just playing
Sweet.
the drum with them.
We're having a jazz session.
Okay.
I'll see that he's not in trouble, which is a good sign.
Mhm.
And then take my bag upstairs, go back to her room, shut the door, reach into the bag, and slam down a war trophy of the skull of a demon and say, "They are not legends."
No, demons are not legends. I fought them myself. The beast, a great creature who can control all demon kind, and is trying to devour the entire known of creation. No, that is a legend.
It doesn't matter what its final goal is, other than that whatever is leading these forces, be it the beast or something else, is trying to destroy all of civilization. Whether or not you're talking about some child story, or whether you're talking about the literal enemy we face, it is very real.
You come from the border march, don't you?
I do.
Oh, you people are always so enjoyable to deal with. As you wish, whatever the beast is arrive, it will come and devour our souls. Doesn't matter. You are here for a different reason that can be left alone. Now,
We're here for what reason?
something other. Not even I know. The council personally are overseeing this, so obviously it is something bigger than some legend, some fairy tale. Now, have yourself a good night. Be sure to report to the main common area in the morning.
You said others have reported seeing this black mist.
Yes,
effect.
13 other adventurers downstairs have reported similar events happening.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, that will be all.
Very well. Have a good night.
I dismissed her. And then I'll head out. Taking my demon skull with me.
Okay. So, Anything else you guys want to do for the night?
Yes,
I-
I want to talk to those other individuals. Try and find out who else has seen him.
Okay.
I got a 21 for playing the drum.
Yeah. Yeah. The tiefling is personally like leading everything, and he's playing really good.
Oh, I'm not a bard.
Yeah, he's definitely a bard. So he's playing really good. But you're keeping in sync, and the group of you have gotten the entire common era singing along and cheering along. Everybody's having a good old time.
I mean, I'm no Dr. Granson, but
Okay. If you want to find the other people, investigation roll. Investigation, and if you succeed that, persuasion.
8.
Yeah, either you just aren't. They're not here, or they don't want to talk about it, or they just don't like your face.
I have run into that problem before.
Quick question.
Yo.
Over the intervening days, do I notice anything about them?
Like these two.
Yeah. Because I was able to avoid the gooey explosion.
Mhm.
Do I notice anything like physically about them?
Medicine roll.
17.
17. Well, that's good enough. There's nothing physically happening to him that you can see, but you every once in a while, out of the corner of your vision, you might see like the black ash sticking to them, and then when you look at it, it's not there. So yeah, nothing is really able to be seen. Okay,
Well, they're not diseased.
Yeah. from what you can tell, you're not diseased yet. Okay, so uh, who goes to sleep early?
Not me.
Once I finish cleaning my armor and whatnot.
Actually, I'll leave that to you guys.
I
Or-
could care less. I'm drinking and playing the drum.
Okay.
Yes, that may be best.
Let me like when we're traveling.
Okay, so you're kind of staying up late.
Sure.
Okay. Mr. San is dealing with all the rabble and rough housing, and she physically picks people up who are causing problems. Like a half orc picks the guy up and throws him out the door when he causes a big commotion. And
Every time she does, I will chuckle and look at her admiringly.
yeah, she doesn't put up with stuff. She deals with it.
And Naskin said tomorrow we were reporting for duty.
Yes.
Then no, I will not be staying up late.
Okay.
And I will not be imbibing very much alcohol.
Uh,
In fact,
so
other than like one drink, I won't take any more at all.
okay, we're going to skip to the next morning. Make a con save to see if you wake up without a hangover.
15.
15. I guess that's enough.
He really wants you to fail one of these, I think.
Yes, I do. Okay, so you guys wake up on time? She
Yep.
said first flight.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he'll wake me up when I'm supposed to be up.
Yep. I'll kick your bed.
Okay, so you guys report down to the common area, and Askin is waiting there at the door. And she's again wearing her armor, but now she has a one-handed axe on her hip and a shield she has kind of strapped over her shoulders.
Go straight to the bar and see if I can get a drink.
Nope, Mistress Anne's like bars closed.
I will show up in uniform, which is to say, full armor, helmet under the crook of my arm, weapon and gear ready.
Naskin acknowledges you and nods her head as if accepting that. And
gonna walk
everywhere
back over.
else she's looking, she's kind of looking at everybody like these guys are.
Well, I'm
Scum.
expecting the first thing that we're going to be doing is like running a 10-mile run or something like that and watch all the guys that drank last night vomit their toenails up.
I'm gonna go stand next to him, and as I leave, I'll mutter, "I like something about liking her better when she was throwing people out." I just stand next to him in all his armor and just my loincloth and my finger bone necklace.
Well, the tiefling comes out. He's like one of the last people to come out, and he's actually got like a glass with some kind of cocktail or something in it. And he's like taking that, and he sees what happened with you and Mr. Sand. He's like reaches in and he pulls out a water skin. He's like, you might want that. Tosses it to you. Don't worry, got 6 others. We can be friends.
I like this guy. I'll take a swig.
Yeah, you guys probably talked a lot last night. So if you want to know, his name is Melik Akmenos. Melechakmenos. But yeah, he's sitting. He stands next to Luke and half elf guy in a hood, green hood. And he's just kind of staying away from people. All right, everybody, we're all here now. About time. Let's go. Follow me. So yeah, I'll start marching out. There in total, there's about a dozen and a half of you. It's about 18 of you. So you all start marching up, and as you're marching towards the top ring, you're actually going up the rings to the final one. Other people are marching as well, and so it just starts becoming a very crowded long line going up to the final ring. Y'all get up there and the gates are open, and there's a line of just dragonborn and all kinds of other guards just standing there, full armor. Nobody's moving. They all have their weapons drawn but pointed to the ground, so like they're holding their swords down, and they're all just standing there at attention. So y'all get shuffled into. This is a palace. There's this big palace thing right in the middle of this giant courtyard, and then there is 4 other buildings that are off to the side, closer to the walls, that are just as extravagant. One of them is a dragonborn architecture. That one's elf architecture. There's dwarf, and then there's human.
They're all just buildings.
They're all just buildings, yes. But this place is very beautiful, for lack of a better word. It's very culturally correct. Yes. So you guys get shuffled into the courtyard in front of the main palace, and there's a raised platform that's connected to the building. I forget what that's called. And there's a couple of people sitting up there kind of talking to each other. And then you all kind of get shuffled in, and then somebody yells out, "Silence! Presenting Her Highness, the Queen of all Elvenkind, the Mistress of Law, the Keeper of the Law.
She who must not be named.
Thaya Heartfire, Keeper of the History, Council of 3. And a high elf walks out, and there's a couple of whistles, hoots, and hollers from some of the more wild of the group.
Elves and half elves, I'm assuming.
Elves, half elves, almost anybody. Gnomes, humans, halflings.
Take a swig from the wineskin and burp as loud as I can.
Yeah.
I
She
will
steps forward.
Stay at attention and give disapproving looks to the people who are giving cat calls.
She walks forward. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. As said, I am Thaya Heartfire, Keeper of the Lore. You're all probably wondering why you have been brought here and why we have kept it such a secret.
I will be shaking my head no.
No, that was not one of my wonders.
I will cut right to it. We don't have much time. It seems that our greatest and highest of magicians have foretold the future. As unbelievable as it is, the great beast is returning.
I'll be nodding my head.
Some people are like, "What? Bull! No way!" Or, "Oh my God, we're all going to die," or something like that. It's
Yes,
varied
yes,
mixed
you are.
responses.
Game over, man! Game over!
I've probably been hearing this from these two religious nuts for a year or two now, so I'm just drinking from my wineskin. I know this song and dance.
Ain't
The
my
great-
first rodeo.
The great beast is coming. They also foretell that a hero will arise at some point and defeat this beast.
I'll raise my hand.
I'll kind of nudge this guy.
Okay. Some other people do something similar. Like, "Yeah, I'll be a hero, honey."
Yeah, sure, whatever it takes.
Yeah. However, we do not know when, where, or who this hero will be. All we know is that he will come.
I'm gonna lean over to him and be like, "They don't know when. Why are we all in, or where? Why are we all in one place? Shouldn't we be spread out to be wherever he shows up at?"
I imagine they're trying to figure out if it's one of us.
The beast?
They're talking about the hero that's going to defeat the beast.
I'll just shrug and take it.
As you can guess, we do not want to see the beast devour our great nation, our great country. We are desperate, and desperate times call for extreme measures. We have gathered all you together for the purpose of determining which one of you, or which group of you, may possibly be this hero. We are going to test you and find out who is the best. And then we are going to send you out on another mission.
Every time they mention who's the hero, I'll nudge this guy because I know he wants to be the hero.
My hand will come down.
Uh-huh.
And, not the lights in my eyes change, but or whatever. Like I'm sure I have brows that can move, but they will.
Okay. So she kind of goes off into a bit of a speech and thank you for coming. You guys are great. We're looking for the best of the best. You will be tested. And she starts kind of giving details of what's going to happen. Everybody roll perception.
7.
No.
I also got a 10.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, no, you don't. You don't see the special thing that is there. But you do notice the other people around you. You see
I'm probably at least buzzed by now anyway, so.
Yeah. You see Melik and Luke and their group over there. You see, actually, if you look over there, there is that green dragonborn that first presented you with this letter. He's over there. And
It's Tartanus.
he's got a more dragonborn with him. And then there,
Bruce.
My buddy?
yeah, Melik's over there.
No. My other buddy. Who I took the scroll and the food from.
Oh, yeah, he's there. You see him.
I'll wave at him.
Yeah, he sees you waving and he's like, he starts whispering to his friend, pointing at you.
I'll laugh.
And then you will also notice, because there's a wide ring around these guys, there is another dragonborn. This one. Okay. There's another dragonborn. This guy is red. He's got a sword over his shoulder, and he's wearing chainmail. He's got a minotaur standing behind him with a giant like axe hammer thing sitting there. And then also on his other side is an ever-changing elemental-looking person. Ganase, if you don't know. You want to know. And there's a wide ring around them, and people like give them looks every once in a while. Then finally, the counselor of lore finally finishes her speech.
That I heard maybe 5 words from.
Yeah. So she finishes and it's like, "May the 3 hero gods be with us all. Your specific tests will be assigned to you now. She turns to leave and, presenting the Professor Krov, Doctor of Magic. And this
Last name McGaw.
Krov. Krov apostrophe.
But I got it.
Thank you.
I didn't get it. Anyway, so this guy walks out. He's lower down. He's like on like a smaller raised platform. He walks forward and he's wearing robes, and he has a hood on, but he takes it off. He's human, but he's got like this very weird looking tattoo going across his face. It goes like from the top right of his head. He's bald. It goes from the top right of his head down across his face, across his nose, down his shoulder, and then it fades, falls under his clothes, so you can't see further than that. But it's in the tattoo of like a dragon. Looks like a dragon. He's holding a very large staff. It's bigger than he is. And on the top of it, it's like a claw sort of thing, but it looks kind of mechanical. You will recognize it as similar to Warforged to make, but not quite. And it's grasping some kind of crystal. I am Dr. Krov. That just echoes across the entire room. Where the mistress, the counselor of lore, her voice carried and just it didn't carry. You just heard it like it was right next to you. It wasn't loud. It wasn't quiet. It was just like having a conversation with each individual person. With this guy, it is echoing everywhere. It's like a very loud echo, but it's coming from every direction.
Like he's using thaumaturgy.
He is. If you want to.
How many people are like, oh man, because of their hangovers?
Quite a few. I am Dr. Krov. I will be proceeding over these events and determining a winner. You could call this an arena fight, I suppose.
I'll perk up at that.
Now, you have been randomly determined to see who your foe is. You'll report to a location and you will duel it out. Stamps his staff down, and then like what would be a hollow projection appears above him, and it kind of does like the slot machine pinwheel thing. Yeah, scrolling.
I'll look
Ding,
over at
ding.
my friends here and be like, he didn't specify about whether it was to the death or not.
Of course it is.
Well, I suppose if you die, you can't have been the hero.
So yeah, it starts showing people and locations, and people are like, oh yeah. Some people are cheering like, yeah, we get someone easy. Yeah, so the group starts spreading out as people start leaving and going to these locations.
I have mixed feelings.
Okay, then it comes up, bling, the green dragonborn and two of his allies, and then it shows the official arena location here in the palace, and then it shows you three. Dling, dling, dling. And I think that's where we're going to stop for now. Seems like a good place to end. These three people are about to face off 3 dragonborn.
Oh, we're facing up against 3 separate dragons. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
this was the guys in the end that he kept stealing food from.
Nope.
That would have been great.
That would have been that would have been great, but don't worry, that might be coming up. We'll see. Tune in next time to see what happens next. Get paid.